Thursday wake-up call to the astronauts on Space Shuttle Endeavour signaled the start of preparations for the mission's third spacewalk, another trip to the top of the P6 truss structure, and final work with the International Space Station's newly installed solar array wings. While Space Station Commander Bill Shepard and his crewmates Yuri Gitzenko and Sergei Krikalev worked to finish packing items scheduled for return to Earth on the shuttle next week, in Endeavour's airlock, Commander Brent Jett and Mission Specialist Mark Garneau assisted Joe Tanner and then Carlos Noriega in sliding into their spacesuits and getting their equipment ready. From the flight deck a short time later, Jett commanded the starboard solar array mast to retract slightly, putting more slack into the tensioning wires so the spacewalkers could make the repair. Tanner and Noriega climbed the P6 truss and got into foot restraints close to the tensioning hardware on the blanket box. Noriega pulled up the slack in the lines. Tanner prepared the spring-loaded reels, and Noriega fed the lines back into the grooves on the reels. Garneau radioed the news to spacecraft communicator Shannon Lucid.
Endeavour Houston for IV, can you give us a very brief synopsis of where you are?
We have completed the interior tensioning reel, putting the cable back on the reel, and it was just like the exterior one, the outer one, and it looks nominal.
That is absolutely outstanding work.
Joe and Carlos are quite the team. And we might add all the hard work that's been done by the ground to come up with this procedure. Yeah, that procedure they gave us was fantastic. It's perfect. This was almost, I'm not going to say no-brainer, because everybody makes fun of me for not having one, but it was perfect. Now we're just doing what you told us to do.
And with the cables back in place on the reels, the hardware was activated to tension both solar array blankets.
And Houston Endeavour, we're going to attitude control as per the cue card, and we show the left blankets on, tensioned.
We concur, it is fully repaired. Great work.
As they flew over South America, the two spacewalkers took time to just look around.
It's a special sight too, the moon is out there. Got the Earth and the moon and South America. Golly, this is weird. Wow. That's pretty.
Well ahead of the schedule, Tanner and Noriega moved to the Unity node. After connecting a camera cable, they installed an antenna for the floating potential probe. That science package, placed atop the P6 truss between the two solar array wings, will measure the electrical potential of the plasma around ISS as a way to monitor how well the plasma contactor units on the Z1 truss are dissipating that charge. With the FPP in place, Tanner had an announcement.
Well, the people who work so hard to build structures in this building, and honor to the ultimate builder God in heaven, hop out this structure with this evergreen tree. No bad luck can fall on this building now. That's the tradition. That looks nice, too. I got a good video shot of it, I hope, Brent. It's outstanding, Carlos. We got Joe and the evergreen in the picture. We topped her out, Joe. Topped it out. Nice work.
And moments later, Noriega stopped to look down from the top of the station. The camera in his helmet captured a unique view of the body of the space station and of the Space Shuttle Endeavour, docked to the station 9 stories below. Noriega and Tanner completed a few get-ahead tasks and then headed down to the airlock and wrapped up a 5-hour, 10-minute-long spacewalk. A few hours later, the shuttle and station crews received a congratulatory phone call from NASA Administrator Dan Golden.
The whole crew was magnificent. What a wonderful job. And you proved why we want to send people to space.
Yes, so we'd agree with that. I think it also proves another thing that NASA does very well, and that's work together as a team. And as you know, there were thousands of people down there working the problem on the tensioning of the blanket, as well as some of the other little small problems we've had.
And I want to congratulate you and Yuri and Sergei on doing another fix-it job. You did a good job on the air conditioner and the CO2 scrubbers, and everything is up and ready for the official hatch opening tomorrow, and that was very, very work well done. I think that also is testimony to the one of the things we've learned from the Russians, that it's necessary not just to do task training, but skill training, and that skill training really paid off in being able to deal with the situation on orbit.
Ben has a fantastic team aboard Endeavour, but I'm convinced that the number one team in space is on Alpha right now. These guys are fantastic.
Thursday evening, the shuttle crew reopened its hatch into pressurized mating adapter number 3 and loaded the module with additional supplies to be transferred to the station. That delivery is scheduled to occur Friday morning when, for the first time, the hatches on both vessels will open, and the first resident crew of the International Space Station will welcome its first visitors on board.
Houston Endeavour on EVA prep.
Endeavour Houston, go ahead.
Shannon, we're about to start putting Joe in his suit. We have a camera set up in the airlock, so you're welcome to come aboard using the mid-deck camera to see that view anytime you have good occasion.
Okay, thanks a lot. We will do that. Endeavour Houston, no need to reply, but we're on the mid-deck. Looks great.
This is live television from the mid-deck of Endeavour as the crew prepares for today's spacewalk. Astronauts Joe Tanner and Carlos Noriega scheduled to exit the hatch of the shuttle at about 10:51 a.m. Central Time. Their spacewalking preparations are a little ahead of schedule as they progress through the 3 hours or so of work required prior to beginning the spacewalk. The schedule will become clearer as to the start time, but again, the original plan is for a start for the spacewalk at 10:51 a.m. Central Time, a planned 6-hour spacewalk.
Houston Endeavour, we're in free drift and we're starting the blanket box retraction, the mast retraction.
And Endeavour Houston copies.
The mast retracting now, again about 3-foot retraction of the mast to slacken the tensioning cables more and assist with astronauts Joe Tanner and Carlos Noriega, who will shortly begin working to replace those cables on the tension rails.
Okay, the panel is off, Mark. It'll be fun putting it back on. Yeah, we see it. It's very clearly on the Carlos cam. Okay, the color, can you reach that or whatever? Is it here? Okay, if you can hold that out of your way.
That outer shield removed protects against debris, space debris impacts on the station. An outer shell for the Unity module.
The fastener on the thermal cover has been released, and now we can pull the thermal cover away. Copy. And take a quick look at it, see how it goes back, so we could put it back the same way. Yep. Just like the web. Yeah. Except in the mode right now? I was thinking the same thing. Been too long, Carlos. I can get the rest if you want to hold the cover. Shep is in the node. So if we bang on the door, you can hear us? Maybe. And Houston Endeavor, we hope you're getting the end effector view on the ground.
And Endeavor Houston, we are, and it is outstanding.
I wish they had. We're coming there. We're getting there. It'll require a little bit more coercing. Gentle coercing. And hold it. Hold it. We need to go over this split down here, so pull it back. And let me hold it. Pull it back. Put my little finger in there. Okay, now push. Alright, now it's on top of that. On top of this. Should be about in, and hold it. Pull this cable, or this strap out. We're going to get these out of the way. Okay, that strap is out. Get one more to move. Well, we got it in, Mark. It's a bit of a challenge. Yeah, we were watching that on Carlos Cam. Good job. We're on a roll today, so. Okay, Joe, you can pull back any slack in the antenna cable and hook it under the flap. Just drive it into the hole. I think I can do that. And Carlos, we can do the photo documentation now. If you are you willing to just let us have a shot of the antenna and follow the cable back to where it disappears under the MMOD shield? Yeah, well, just let me put the torque on the bolt first. Copy.
Endeavor Houston from Mark. For your information, we're getting great KU bands.
Great, and you can see us going over South America at this point.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Really? Over what? South America? I guess a special sight too. The moon is out there. Got the Earth and the moon and South America. Golly, this is weird. Wow. That's pretty. I get one of those, right? Pardon? That's definitely going in our post-flight video. Argentina. .87 turns. Yep, 0.8. Good. 8 turn 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now. Carlos, Mark. We're keeping with a long-standing tradition of iron workers around the world for centuries. If you lift your arm up in honor of all the people who work so hard to build structures in this building, and honor to the ultimate builder, God in heaven, top out this structure with this evergreen tree. No bad luck can fall on this building now. That's the tradition. Now looks nice too. I got a good video shot of it, I hope, but it's outstanding, Carlos. We got Joe and the evergreen in the picture. We topped her out, Joe. Topped it out. Nice work. Topped it out. Oh, look at these gimbals. The 4-bar linkage. The lock. Hey, Joe, look down this way. I think you're going for a great shot. There it is. Not really, but it's a great shot.
And Endeavor Houston from Mark IV. Just as a reminder to Joe and Carlos, before they leave the top up there, we would like pictures of the 4-bar linkage block. And then after that, they'll go to do the WIS antenna task, and then RTD task, and then any photo documentation that they desire.
I'm happy, Shannon, and they've already been talking about getting the 4-bar.
Okay.
So I also got a good shot down the IEA, and we can see most of the FGB and the node. So if you could probably, I don't know if you can do this or not, but tilt your head up a little bit, or else we can go to the 6.5, and we can try just using a little bit right. About as high as I can tilt. Okay, that's a real nice shot of the orbiter. Let me try the 6 if you can just hold that. All right. Pick my backpack. Oh, you're real quick. Don't want to hit that thing. Work too hard. Get it there. Okay, you got about a foot of clearance on your foot. So if you come back, I'm going to have to wait for you. Okay. Why don't you call me when you come back? Okay, that's good. Wow. Another moment. Looking straight down at the service module on the FGB. That's the aft radiator. And if you see me land, you're sort of between Australia and I think Papua New Guinea. Okay. Okay, Brent, how's this? That's great. We see the orbiter very well, and I'll just close the iris down a little bit. That's great. Hold that if you can.
That's a great shot, Carlos. Flight is very happy. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let me know you've recorded enough, Mark. Okay, just hold 5 more seconds. That'll be great. This gives us a great idea of just how high up you guys are. It gives me a great idea of how high I am. I bet. Yeah, it's a long way down there, that's for sure. Yeah, even the arm looks far away. The 2 settings that we had for this first site were right on, Mario, and I used ingress aid to get in, and Carlos used ingress aid and some help from me to get in. I had a clear sight of the reel. Of course, you're looking at Carlos' back here, but he's got a hold of the cable. Now, just a little bit, you're probably going to see him pull on the cable, and the tension bar will come down to the sill of the blanket box. There it goes, right there. As he pulled all the slack out, the tension bar just sort of lightly fell into the V guides. The inboard portion of the tension bar was still up about an inch and a half from its V guide, though, or Y guide. So Mario, this is the same tension wire from my point of view. After I've ingressed, you can see me pulling the tool out, and we'll start to pull the wire down here in a second. The reel you see on my left hand is actually one of the guide wires. The actual reel that we're working with is kind of hidden by that pin. We were actually surprised realized that the work site was as low as it was, we thought we'd be reaching a lot higher over our heads. What's happening here, you can't see Joe's hand, but he's gently maneuvering the cable as I keep a little bit of tension on to get it onto the pulley. And then he begins to wind. You can see even the small inputs made the box move quite a bit. And as we had seen in the Dave Wolf video, we got a twist in the cable, so we expected that. We took it out, and then Joe starts to play it back in. I think we're done right there, Mario.
Shuttle Endeavour, this is Administrator Golden.
Shuttle Endeavour has you loud and clear, sir.
Commander Jet, are you there?
Yes, sir, Mr. Golden, we hear you loud and clear. How do you hear us?
I hear you loud and clear. I watched you all day, and I watched you for the whole mission. The whole crew was magnificent. What a wonderful job. And you proved why we want to send people to space.
Yes, sir, we'd agree with that. I think it also proves another thing that NASA does very well, and that's work together as a team. As you know, there were thousands of people down there working the problem on the tensioning of the blanket, as well as some of the other little small problems we've had.